Graphing lines from slope-intercept form. After watching this video, I will be able to model real-world data with equations in slope-intercept form. So in order to model some information, we kind of need to understand what my equation really means. So when you have a linear equation, there's different ways of writing it. However, we are studying slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. The only numbers that we change or input into writing an equation is a slope and a y-intercept. So what does slope really mean? So your slope is a rate of change, and it's usually constant. So after a certain number of days or weeks or items, it changes. Your b, your y-intercept, is your starting point. So that's where we start our value, money, measurements, whatever we are working with, that is our starting point. So now to read our equation, Cameron is selling newspapers for a school fundraiser. The cost of a printing is a flat fee of $500. So this means that Cameron needs to pay $500. Doesn't matter if he prints 2 newspapers, 5 newspapers, doesn't matter. He still has to pay $500. So that is my starting point. 500. Which means that my B would be 500. Then he also has to pay an additional $2.50 for each newspaper made. So plus the 500, he needs to add on $2.50 for every newspaper. So that is my rate of change, my slope. If I print 2 newspapers, I pay $5. If I print 1 newspaper, I pay $2.50. So now I want to write an equation that models the cost. So C represents total cost. So I'm going to say C is equal to, and then N is going to be the variable I use to represent newspapers. So I'm going to have $2.50 multiplied by the number of newspapers I print and my flat fee of $500. So this looks like y equals mx plus b, where instead of using the letter X, we use the letter N to represent newspaper. And instead of using the letter Y, we use the letter C to represent the total cost. Now, if Cameron plans to print 60 newspapers, how much will it cost him? Well, I'm going to take my equations and I'm going to plug in. Instead of the letter N in my equation, I'm going to plug in the number 60 and calculate the cost. So 250 plus 60, and then add on 500. So if I were to plug this into my calculator, Cameron would need to pay a total of $650. That would be his total cost. And this kind of scenario kind of helps us to understand, well, this is my total cost. How much should Cameron be paying for the newspapers in order to actually make a profit? So here we're going to do 2 more examples. I suggest for each of the 2, you pause your video, try and figure out the equation, and then answer the final question to see if you can do it on your own. So pause your video now. Okay, so here in the carnival, it takes $12 to get in. So that's your starting point. You have to pay $12 no matter you play games or not. And then for every game you play, you have to pay $325. So my total cost is represented as 3.25 times G plus 12. If I play 16 games, then 16 times the 3.25 for each game, plus my general entrance fee is going to cost me a total of $64. This is the last example. So try and solve the problem on your own and then press play to see if you got your answer correct. Pause your video now. Okay, so here my equation would be y equals 0.35x plus 3. where y equals the total cost and x equals the number of miles. Whenever the situation lets you choose variables, you would want to define them. So you want to tell me what y equals and what x equals so that the person reading your equation understands what you mean. And then for 23 miles, I would have to pay $11.05. And if I drove 38 miles, I would have to pay $16.30. Whenever you are answering an open-ended question, if it's an open response, you always want to answer with a sentence. So I would say, my trip would cost $11.05 if I drove 23 miles. So you would want to answer your question in a complete sentence, unless it's just asking you for the numerical value, such as Edulastic, when it can only grade certain values, certain words. However, if this was open-ended on a test or open-ended on like a standardized testing, you would want to use full sentences in your answer.